Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, aloha, what's up, Renee, Cocaine Bear movie, I love it. I'm gonna have to go check that out this weekend, since you are very excited about it. I have to review it, right? Like, we have to review it next Tuesday. It's like a must do. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Blue Reviews. My name is Luis Jimenez, actor and writer out here in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for being here. Today, before we get started, actually want to just let you know, you can like, share, subscribe, do all the fun algorithm stuff. All of that stuff is right in the description below. Everything is very clickable, super simple, and it helps the show. Thank you very much. With that out of the way, wanted to talk about two things. One real quickly, and I'll get to it at the end, and that's a couple more Chris Sharp Liberation Times suspension of my Twitter account details. Just more lies from Chris Sharp. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about something positive, something amazing. So last December, about 3 or 4 days before Christmas, I had made up my mind once and for all that I am going to get my diet and weight under control. That's it. No more excuses. And I had put a very, very strict no carb, no sugar diet on myself. I've done it before, right before I had started UCR, and I had lost like 120, 130 pounds. It was amazing. I felt great. Worked really, really well for me. Once I started dating again, and then COVID hit, and then Michelle got hurt, I gained a lot of weight. There was a lot of stress, and I was mainly in the office for most of those days. So I ended up gaining all the way back and some. So it's, needless to say, been frustrating. But the good thing is that since December, I've lost 42 pounds. And it's been working very, very well for me again. So this is kind of like a little bit of my secret as far as what I'm doing to lose so much weight. And I mean, in a relatively short amount of time. Part of it is beginning my morning with coffee. Coffee is an insanely great diuretic. I also put some cinnamon in there with a splash of heavy cream, because that is a keto-friendly thing. And 2 Splenda. Just sweeten it up with some fake sugar. I sip on that until about 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on what I'm working on. Especially if I'm in a good workflow. I'm essentially fasting, intermittent fasting. I eat once a day, and it's usually dinner. So, and if I get really hungry, I'll eat lunch. And that's kind of where these Oroweat keto buns come in. They have been an absolute lifesaver for me. I love sandwiches, always have. I love bread, and I love pasta. I love carbs. Love carbs. I cannot tell you how much I would give to have a slice of pizza right now. I like a real slice of pizza. But I'm not going to. Maybe in a year or two, when I'm really, really lost everything. And I've got this not only workflow in my life under a nice system and schedule, but my eating habits as well. Like, those things go hand in hand. So this has been, again, like an absolute game changer as far as I'm concerned when it comes to a low carb or no carb diet. Now on keto, technically this is a keto diet, or you know, if you want to call it carnivore diet. And just by the way, I'm not a doctor. Seek, the advice of your doctor before you start something like this. It's working for me. These are the things that I have been able to stick with, and take that as you will. But so in a keto diet, typically, you want to keep your carbohydrate intake below 50 grams a day. It could be anywhere between 30 and 50, depending on you. I try to keep it under 20. I mean, it is almost impossible to keep carbs out of your diet. I mean, I love onions, and there's carbs in onions. I love, there's carbs everywhere, just like there's sugar everywhere. But anyway, this keto bread, I've tried a lot of different kinds of breads, low carb breads, keto breads, and they've all been awful, to say the least. This beautiful piece of art, I know it looks very plain Jane, but I'm telling you right now, like, these are really soft. They almost seem buttery. These are like potato rolls. They feel just like a potato roll, and they taste amazing by themselves. I'm kind of tempted to eat this, but I just had some ceviche, so I'm gonna hold off. But you put some butter on this. I just tried this the other day. Just toasted this in the air fryer for like 4 minutes, slap some butter on there. Yeah, I mean, my mouth is watering thinking about it. It is so delicious. And I gave it to my mom the other day. That's what, actually, she asked me for a piece of toast with butter, and I gave her this, and she's like, oh, this is really good. Not knowing it was a keto bread, a low carb, no carb bread. These are great for sandwiches. I make steak sandwiches. I make roast beef sandwiches with cheddar cheese, a little bit of mustard, or whatever your favorite deli meats are. Anything you could put on a bread, I'm hitting up with this. Anytime I make something with a sauce, I soak it up with this. I cannot buy enough of these when I go to the grocery store. I went the other day, they were sold. Secret's out. These were sold out. And by the way, if you don't know the name of the brand, it is Oroweat Keto Bread. That's what it looks like. If you want to take a picture or a screenshot of it. Okay, so let me read the nutritional facts for you here. So there's 8 servings per container, 8 buns, serving size is 1 bun. Total fat, or calories is 80 calories per bun. So under 100 calories for bread, essentially. Total fat, 2.5 grams. Saturated fat, 0. Trans fat, 0. Polyunsaturated fat, 1 gram. Monosaturated fat, 1 gram. Cholesterol, 0. Sodium, 220 grams, which is 10% of your daily value. Total carbohydrates, 16 grams. Now, I know you're like, whoa, 16 grams. But here's the thing about keto. You also have to count in the fiber. Fiber you subtract from the total amount of grams. So if you've got 16 grams total carbohydrates, 16 grams of total carbohydrates, the dietary fiber is 10 grams, which means there's a net total of 6 grams in this bread. 6 grams of carbohydrates. So if you're trying to keep under 20 carbs per day, you can have 4 of these and just barely go over. I mean, that's if you're going nuts. I usually have 2. They also make hot dog buns, and the hot dog buns have the exact same nutritional values. There's no sugar, there's no added sugar, there's 9 grams of protein, and yeah, that's basically all the important stuff. There's no other additives. That's basically it that's in this bread. I consider this bread. I call this a full-blown bread. And if you're in this new year and you're struggling to stick with your resolution or your weight loss goals, I cannot recommend enough this Oroweat keto bread. They're not paying me. I would work for them for free. Honestly, like, this has been a huge part of my life. And when they're sold out when I go to the grocery store, I get nervous because I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do if they don't have this? And what's not hilarious, it sucks, but the price has also gone up on these since they sell out so fast. The supermarket knows. So if you don't have these at your local supermarket, talk to your grocery manager believe it or not, that's a thing. You can talk to the manager and say, hey, I would love for you guys to see if you could order these for the supermarket because I'm giving you a reason, whatever it is. And they 9 times out of 10 will get it for you if they can. It just depends on supply chains, things like that. But again, if you could get these on Amazon, I think you can get these on Amazon. I haven't checked, but I mean, it's Amazon. You can pretty much get anything. This has been, I cannot say it enough, what a game changer this has been. Huge. Even Michelle loves them, and she's really picky with what she eats. As far as like low carb stuff, low sugar stuff, she hates it. Like she loves, just like me, loves real ice cream, loves real bread. So that's, that's basically is what it is. Let's see what you guys are saying about the Foulful is following on Twitch. Thank you so much, Foulful. Truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're, I think, up to 88 followers. We've only got 12 more followers to hit our goal of 100 that we set for on Sunday. We missed it by 15 subs. So we're going to get there very soon. Very impressive. We almost got 50 subs in less than a week. So thank you so much, Fawful77. I truly appreciate it. Grant Lavac, good day from down under, friends. What's up? Grant Lavac. Way to go, Lou. Looking good, brother. I can't really tell here with this. I think in the next 2 months, when it's 80 pounds, you'll see a pretty big difference. But yeah, it's coming. And the good thing is now it's gotten to a point where it's a lot easier to stick to it, and to be put in situations either socially or, we just had the Super Bowl. I do sketch shows every month where, people go out drinking after the show and have snacks, and it's a whole thing, so the ability to kind of go and be around those things and be like, all right, not gonna have a delicious burger with some onion rings. Not gonna have, some ice cream from what was it, Van Leeuwen. Man, that place has got the best ice cream on the planet. Yeah, I love food, but as you can tell, but yeah. So I've been able to go in those situations and just not have it, just complete, be able to make the right decisions. And honestly, if I didn't have this bread, I don't know if it would be this easy. So yeah. Anyway, if you are going to try the keto diet, one thing I will tell you is that sugar is a fucking drug. It is a class A drug. It is just as addictive as heroin and cocaine. It's pretty nasty. So the first week or two when you're on keto, you might go through some crazy mood swings, and you might think you're going crazy. I know that first time I did it, I thought I was losing my mind. And it's just you weaning off the sugar. You're literally, you are detoxing from the sugar that your body's used to having. And it's a cold turkey stop. At least it was for me. I didn't just wean off it, because that's just, you got to make it, you got to make the decision. And then once you do it, you just do it. And so, yeah, just FYI, if you are going to try it. And again, talk to your doctor, ask them if this is something that you should try. Again, it's worked wonders for me. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Oroweat bread, because shit, if you guys ever want to sponsor the show, what's up? We do video games, movies, TV shows. We review everything. Sometimes UFOs feed, we're about to get to that in a second. But other than that, 10 out of 10, Oroweat keto bread. Again, here, I'll throw it up on the screen. So that way you guys check it out. And again, here the dietary, so you guys know I'm not, why would I lie about this? But wait, where is it? There we go. So the carbs 16 grams, dietary fibers 10, total sugar 0. So again, you could have 3 sandwiches if you're really hungry. You can have that. Just as long as you don't kill it, overdo it with with the deli meat and stuff like that and the condiments, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. You're going to fall well under that 2,000 calorie number. And you're also going to get your body off of sugars and carbs, which you wake up better, you sleep better, you feel better, your skin gets better. Like there's a ton of benefits to this diet that I've noticed personally. I'm kind of getting the itch to really go back and play some golf, which is great. I'm finally starting to, like, my body is finally wanting to like match the intake and the diet that I'm doing. So I'm excited. It's very good stuff. All right. So with that out of the way, let's get to some comments here real quick. Great job. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. Grant Lavog. Lou, have you considered supplementing your Keto OS exogenous ketones? Promotes ketosis within 60 minutes. I highly recommend it. Just too expensive to ship from US to Australia. No, I've not heard of that. I'll check it out, see if I can find it here. But to be honest, I don't know how much more I could jumpstart ketosis. Like I'm constantly in it. You know, I mean, 21 pounds a month that's some serious weight, you know, to be losing. And I haven't even, you know, added a workout regimen to it. So once I start adding a workout regimen to it, it's going to really start coming off like crazy. But I appreciate it, and I will check it out. Brandon Roberts, I've lost a lot. Just not drinking soda really has helped. Brandon, you and me are soul brothers, okay? Because there's nothing more. My vice isn't alcohol, definitely not hard drugs whatsoever, or hallucinogenics or anything. I love a nice, crispy Mexican Coke on ice with a savory meal. Oh man, just eyes start rolling in the back of my head when I think about it. See, it's an addiction. Like, this stuff is heroin for me anyway. You know, that's the way it hits my palate. Anyway, yes, I could relate to this 100%, and that was the first thing I had to give up right off the bat was my soda intake. It was way too high. You know, 3, 4, 5 cans of soda a day, and it adds up real quick. Real quick. It's a killer. I even cut the diet soda as well. Usually on my first time round out of ketosis, Diet Coke was sort of the savior when I had those sugar cravings. I've cut that out to completely. This time around, I do get my sugar. I do consume sugars from, I'd say, once or twice a week, and that's in the form of a watermelon or an apple, natural sugars. So I don't give myself too big a guilt trip on that. You know, just as long as it's not processed sugar, that's real, or, you know, any sort of syrups within what you're eating. That's where it gets, you know, really just nasty. So, you know, give yourself something to sort of satiate that craving. And my favorite thing is watermelon. That's just me. It also hydrates you as well, and drinking a lot of water also helps. But yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. There's nothing ever. I mean, I think if you could synthesize a sugar that can replicate real cane sugar, that would be the best invention maybe ever. Tina Teeden, handpick waving purple blue. Oh, thank you so much. Carbs kill. I love bread. He. Yeah, me too, Tina. Me too. I mean, I love bread. I love tortillas. I love tostadas. You know, anything that I can sop up sauce with. I used to love just taking bread. I'd pour some olive oil, crack some salt and pepper in there, and a little bit of a clove of garlic, and just dip bread in it. Just eat a baguette. Just dip a baguette in there. Forget about it. Forget about it, Tina. Forget about it. Forget about it, Tina. So amazing. Or my favorite thing. Everything's my favorite thing. I used to go to this French spot called Republique here in LA, and it's a French restaurant. Obviously, but one of the things on the breakfast menu is a baguette with homemade butter and jam. Oh, it's heaven. So yeah, I feel your pain. Red Dead Ryan, what is that? Oh, is that a turkey? What is that? A turkey? Is that a turkey or is that a chicken, Red Dead Ryan? Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch and leaving us a comment. Holy cow. Thank you. Expert Chef Extinguisher spitting some insane stuff. Thank you, man. German fan out there in the house, thank you so much for finding us. Please let people know. We're going to be doing a game stream later tonight. We're going to be playing some Call of Duty. So if you want to catch up to that, we've got the Twitch link in the description below. Please check us out. We're having a good time over there. And the clips that I've been editing all day are hilarious. I just popped one on YouTube earlier today. So I hope you guys are enjoying the clips as well. I hope you guys are finding me from the clips. That's really what I want to hear. Fawful77, I'm not a huge fan of sweets by any means, but sugar is so widespread it really doesn't even matter. It really is. The one thing about this diet is obviously you start looking at labels, right? Any diet, really. You should start looking at the labels of the things you're eating and what's in there. You will be shocked at things that you didn't think had sugar in them at all have sugar. For example, like I told you, onions, red onions, white onions. That's kind of the one I let that one slide. I have to have onions, and if I could keep, they're not. Red onions have sugar, white onions have carbs. They both have carbs, but the red onions have a little bit of sugar, so I switched to white onions. But if they store too long, those carbs turn into sugar. So, like something like that. There are meats, marinated meats. If they're marinated in any sort of, like orange, anything with orange specifically is just loaded with sugar. So if your meats are marinated in that, beef jerkies have sugar. Just the weirdest things that you didn't think would have it. So yeah, that's just something that you become aware of, but you make a good point. Thank you for saying that. Sup, Lou? Hell, you stopped drinking soda a long time ago. Hell yeah, stop. Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. It pains me, but yeah. And coffee, LOL, must have coffee. It's the first thing I have to have in the morning. It's the first coffee. Honestly, coffee and this keto bread are the two. It's the 1-2 punch of my daily routine. If I don't have the coffee, I get hungry, really hungry by 1 o'clock, 2, and that's usually when I'll break a little early on the intermittent fasting because I didn't have my coffee. Also, I'm just super sluggish. If I have my coffee, man, does that really, it destroys my appetite, especially if I get right to work in the morning, whether that be doing the lift, whether that be editing, whether that be studying a script, whatever I'm doing in that day, in that moment. The coffee helps me concentrate on whatever I'm doing, and it also just, like I said, destroys the appetite. If there's one thing about the coffee that I gotta just be better at, and that's just on me, is drinking more water while I'm consuming the coffee, because I slow sip the coffee. I don't down it in an hour. It's usually 2-3 hours, and it's a cold brew, so I'm refilling it with ice and remixing it. And so yeah, I really sip on that sucker throughout the whole day. And so that is a must for me. Again, maybe something else works different for you. Maybe you don't like coffee. Maybe tea. I think tea would also be another sort of great diuretic, something to control your appetite. So one of those two things. Hopefully they work for you. Brandon Roberts, that's awesome. Love some W. Some W. Am I missing something? Anyway. Oh, watermelon. Okay, I see it down there. Soda, as mentioned, is also a big problem for me too. I think soda's like a huge problem for a lot of people who struggle with their weight. I for a long time, I didn't think I had a sweet tooth until I did this diet. And then I realized, holy shit, I definitely have a sweet tooth. I didn't realize how much sugar I consume, or the things that I was eating that I thought didn't have sugar that turned into sugar. For example, rice, like I was saying, onions. There's a lot of things where you consume and there's no sugar in it when you consume it. But again, if you're not working out or if you're not on a diet, those things get stored as sugar and then that gets processed into fat. So, things to know, things you learn. If you have any questions on this stuff, man, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. Don't hit me up on Twitter though, because I'm suspended for the next 13 days thanks to Christopher Sharp. We'll get into that in a second. We got a couple more things to talk about that. Damn, homemade butter jam, dude. It is, if you're ever in Los Angeles, hit up Republique. It is one of the best restaurants in Los Angeles and has been for a decade. It's a great French restaurant. Grant Lebach, ketones are by far my more efficient fuel than sugar, and ketones cross the blood-brain barrier much faster than sugar. Yes, without a doubt. Everything about sugar is just slow. It slows you down on all levels. Intermittent fasting and ketones are the way to go. That's definitely what's been working for me. Keto cream by Prove It is the perfect addition to your cup of joe in the morning. Okay, Grant, my man, I love your face, buddy. Thank you so much. I still haven't had the courage to try that Vegemite that you gave me. I gotta look at the. First of all, we got to see if it's. I'm pretty sure it's still good because it's sealed. But I got to look at the nutritional values. I'm terrified to try it. Grant Levine just met me in LA. We went and had breakfast, and he gave me some little wonderful gifts, a T-shirt, and a box of like really delicious cookies, and then also a jar of Vegemite. So maybe we'll do a Lou reviews on Vegemite. That's not a bad idea. Maybe we can do that. Anyway, all right. So, real quick, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I did a show last night at midnight, right before I went to bed, when I found out last night that good old Christopher Sharp, journalist and now resident liar, is just making shit up, which is hilarious. Let me share this entire screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Shut it off. There we go. So this is the original post. I told you guys last night that I had pulled that image originally from, I couldn't remember the account. I didn't even care. And honestly, when I went back and read it again, I didn't even realize that the meme was making fun of me. So even more justification as to crop a photo of somebody that was in this, okay? But this is what inspired it, and this is why I did it. But this is just to be 100% clear, this picture of Christopher Sharp, and he is right here. If you can see my pointer, he's right there. I'm going to hold on a second so I can blow this up a little bit. There we go. He's right up here. If you can see on my pointer right there. Actually, I can blow up the photo. There we go. There he is. Right there. So that's the photo I cropped. And this is the photo that he said to Twitter that was a private photo that was taken of him and his wife in the Philippines. Or was taken by his wife in the Philippines. I got the quote right here. He posted something today after I made my video, and let me just see quickly what it says. So, a gentleman by the Raymore at Raymore 1883784 tweeted to my alternate account at the Grumpy Dolphin, which was an account I opened years ago to troll South Florida sports writers about the Miami Dolphins, because it's just funny. So he quoted Christopher Sharp, something that Christopher Sharp had tweeted. Yeah, I saw this. Quote, yeah, I saw this. Lou was a lovely guy and good friend. I wish him the best and hope he can find some happiness. The photo was actually taken in the Philippines with my wife's family. I know Lou's partner is Filipina too, so we'll always have that connection. What the fuck does that mean? Is he suggesting that I hacked his computer and stole this photo off of it? Stole this photo off it? So let me find that photo. Let me show it again so everyone can see it. This is the thing that my Twitter account got suspended for. Come on, where are you, photos? There you are. Let's see here. This is the photo. That was publicly put on uplifting. Oh yeah, by the way, here's what, yeah, this is a waiter, a misogynist, and an armchair researcher believe they are smarter than everyone else. You decide. And he used this picture among a whole bunch of other people's pictures in this motivational tweet, whatever the fuck this is. This is just aggrandizing and like worshiping people who most of do really terrible work. And Christopher Sharp is definitely one of those people who does terrible work. So got no problem saying that, especially if the meme is about me. I'm the waiter. I'm the guy in Hollywood who's a waiter. You know, I'm the guy who changed and flipped his thoughts on UFOs based off of new information, based off of new facts. I'm sorry. So even more, like, I feel even better about cropping this photo and making it into this. I think it's even funnier now. And the fact that he lied about this photo being a private photo to Twitter so he could get my account suspended is absolutely wild. So this tweet, this public tweet from a public account with his very public photo on his public personality of being a journalist, the Daily Mail and for the Liberation Times, was posted on March 16th or February 16th. Last week. On February 17th, I saw it. But the first thing I saw was Nick Coffin Callis did this before me. And this is what inspired me to crop Christopher Sharp's photo. Because I thought, well, shit, if this is funny, this is funny too. This is funny too. And the picture's back. Is my Twitter account back? Let's see. Let's see if I want it. Oh my God, if I want it in real time here on a live show, I'll lose my shit. No, not yet. But weird that it's still there. Oh, damn it. I logged in, so now I gotta... let's see if it goes back to... Yeah, there we go. Anyway. So this original picture, public photo, put out the 16th. 17th, Nick Coffin Callis does this with Joe Rogan's photo in the photo. And then the very same day, I do this. Because, again, hilarious. And then somebody put my picture there, making fun of me. Hilarious. What's the fucking problem here? What's the problem? Why does Christopher Sharp feel so threatened by me? Or find this offensive? You're a goon, man. You're a goon. You're a goon. You're a goon. And then the fact that you lied about it is why, if he's lying, if Christopher Sharp is lying about something like this, what else is he lying about? What else is he lying about? You decide. I'm going to go ahead and say everything. Because if he's lying about something this stupid, like suggesting, I'm just dying to know what he told Twitter. Like, did I hack your computer and steal this? This is the thing I stole from you? This is what I stole from you. This right here. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Anyway, just thought I'd fill you guys in because I thought that was funny. Wasn't going to talk about this today at all, but then I saw that quote from him and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Now he's lying about it. So I spent a good 10 or 15 minutes looking for that tweet from Fettuccine Split, Mr. Uplifting Tweets. Mr. Insult Everyone, but who believes the belief system tweets. The mystery man or person behind that account. I wonder who it is. I wonder who it is. Just so many idiots. Anyway, all right. Let's see here. Make sure you're near sync when you try it. The keto prove it. It's a religion / cult. I agree. Grifters always seem to win, sadly. Indeed, they do. Well, except Corey Good. Well, I just hope with the fall of the UFO narrative into the balloon and drone era, I hope that all the other grifters start falling apart too. I hope people wake up and kind of see this line of bullshit that they're being fed, and that people do get in trouble. I mean, again, like, I don't think Lou Elizondo's hiring, attorneys that defended Kyle Rittenhouse because he's not in trouble or he's, not in a boiling pot of hot water. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm so damn curious to know why he hired that guy as an attorney. If you're telling the truth, shouldn't need to hire that guy. Plenty of other attorneys you can do it with. Anyway, Sharp is doxing the doxing prick. Did he dox somebody? I have no idea. Wouldn't shock me at this point. Anyway, all right, you guys. This was a fun show. I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch probably, I'd say, in about a half hour or so. So if you guys want to join me there, come along. We're gonna be again playing some Call of Duty. We'll see if I can find some T-baits. And yeah, that's it. Other than that, before I get out of here, I want to say thank you to everyone who was here. You guys are all awesome. I came here for the breadcrumbs. Well, dude, rewind. I gave you loads, the whole buns. I gave you 3 buns of information in this 37 minute stream. So check out the first part of the show, Birchwood. I appreciate you being here. Dr. Bobson. Hey, what's shaking, man? I'm going to be on Twitch here in a little bit, Bobson. So come hang out. Thanks, Lou. Great show. Thank you. Thank you so much. Birchwood, thumbs up and LOL. Right back at you. All right, guys. Before I get out of here, of course, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, talk about the show, tell your friends. Do you guys want to see me review Vegemite from Australia? That could be hilarious to do live. I think the answer is yes on that, right? Anyway, until next time, I love you all. Have a great night. One more announcement. Starting March 1st, we're going to be reviewing every Wednesday The Mandalorian. So if you want in on the discussion, if you're also watching the show, I hope you're excited about that. I got my buddy Carlos Santos. He's about to blow up and be a huge star. I can't even begin to tell you. He's going to be on the show with us reviewing the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I've got some more announcements, more stuff coming out, especially now that we have a schedule in place. Check out the YouTube channel for clips and replays of the games that I'm playing. And yeah, we'll see you, I think, here on YouTube Live. We'll see you on Monday with our reviews of episode 7 of The Last of Us. Until next time, you guys, have a wonderful night. I love you all. I love you. Peace.